We got both our competitors here, Mayhem and Jared. Now we're gonna see them play for top 8.
All right.
Losers top 12, as it says, and yeah, Mayhem being the Fox, Jared obviously being the Luigi in the picture. And oh my goodness,
that is maximum unluck from Mayhem. He was running all over Jared, and he goes for this aerial, and he just gets chopped under the stage. So just like everything that could go wrong, Murphy's Law for Mayhem in that moment.
That's the exact shine that Leffen got off of Jared in their first game when Leffen played Fox. I think it was on Dreamland. He got this exact shine, like running out, shining him, and then getting the kill like super easy. And now Jared was ready with his chops here.
Yeah. Shoutouts to the chops.
Shoutouts. I always
pork chops.
I always love running off with Luigi and doing the forward air, calling it the chop zone.
Yeah.
I think when Abate was at some beast, I think I played friendlies with him and I called it chop zone. And he was laughing his ass off. He's like, I never heard.
It's right there. It's right there for the taking.
So simple. But I'm the lyrical, spiritual individual. All right. Yeah, Mayhem took a beating so far. It doesn't look too bad up until, like, the neutral doesn't look too bad for the Fox, right? But then if Jared gets his opening, dude, he's all over him. And I mean, Finland historically has their fair share of Luigis, but it looks like Mayhem is not ready in 2021 here.
No, definitely not. And Mayhem also is like a master of all characters, right? He's the kind of guy who plays all the top tiers. Like, I've seen him at tournaments playing Marth. I've seen him playing Falco. Maybe have I seen him play Peach? Maybe
I've seen him play Falcon for sure.
Yeah, so you never know when he's going to switch. But so far, I think he's playing just fine. It's just some of the decision making in key moments have been letting him down.
Exactly. But he has been on his like game 5 grind so far up until this point in the bracket. So many game 5, so much clutch situations. I wouldn't put it past him to find his footing in this set and just straight up beat whatever he learned from Jared in this first game. It might be possible. I think the people in chat, somebody in chat said that earlier that Mayhem is the type of player that will have like the wonkiest, like most outlandish results one day, like losing to like some random player, and the next day he will do like the run of a lifetime, just like he does today. I think he lost like earlier in pools and whatnot, then he lost early in bracket, and now he's still in it and trying to go for top 8. So Mayhem.
I think that's an interesting phenomenon when you're like a mid to high level player. A lot of those players, they'll have like a gear that they'll kick into. So like suddenly they're losing a match early in bracket, or they're losing a match in pools, and then they can be like, oh no, like I'm the better player, I'm not going to lose here. And then there's some of those players who you would see as like completely on level with those people. And in terms of like a high end of results, they can accomplish the same things, but they just don't have that like safety net. They can like have an atrocious tournament, and it's interesting which of these like mid to high level players are able to have that atrocious tournament, and which ones are just like fairly consistent, and the variance isn't so great. I wonder what that is. If it's like a mentality thing, if it's like what's your like base level of technical execution? Yeah,
exactly. Maybe it's some execution shit. I don't know. Maybe it's just focus. Sometimes you lose focus and then the game slips away from you. That's I think what happens to me a lot when I like have the game fairly under control and then I lose focus. I snap into autopilot and then it's like, oh, what happened? I'm down a stock all of a sudden, And maybe that's something that happens to Mayhem as well. I don't know. That definitely speaks for high variance.
Yep. See here, Ridin with the grab, nice follow up.
Oh my god!
So just couldn't get the final piece on the combo there.
Yeah, I'm super glad for Mayhem that he kept his jump all this time, because he could have jumped out there at any point, but he kept it because he knew there was no finisher to be found for Ridin here, so he could just jump right out when Ridin was ready to finish him off.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far it looked like Jared is running away with this. But as far as much as we have been praising Mayhem's ability to randomly turn it up, and he has shown that big time in this tournament up until this point. It looks like this finds an end right now because Jared is just toying with him.
Yeah. The thing is, it seems
Drop
like
zone, he tried it. He tried to go for the drop zone.
it feels like he knows how to play against Luigi in neutral, and it feels like he knows how to combo Luigi, but he really seems to struggle with edge guarding Jar Raiden, because that's what we saw in the first game, right? Like he combos Luigi off stage and then just goes out there and dies. And a bunch of times he's had these opportunities where he's putting Jar Raiden in bad spots, and then he's just letting Jar Raiden back in, and then Jar Raiden gets time to set up his like wave dash down smash tech chase game, and suddenly you're eating a whole bunch of damage and losing stocks without actually cleaning up Luigi.
Yeah, this is you also feel like super bad about it, dude, right? This is something that feels super embarrassing. You're like, this character is so easy to edge guard. It's so like projected. You know what he's doing, but sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just not there when you reach for it and you're just like grabbing a fistful of air.
Yeah. Oh well.
Right, 2-0 for Jar Raiden, and
man, Mayhem is looking puzzled, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. Will he go for another character? Maybe Sheik. I don't know. Sheik seemed to be solid from Leffen here. Maybe that's something to consider for Mayhem. I don't know. He's definitely thinking about switching characters.
Yeah, I feel like Jar Raiden isn't too shook by Sheik though. Like you saw him kept it pretty close with Leffen in both those games. Obviously he lost, but it was a one-stock game both times, and I don't feel like that's necessarily the option for Mayhem here. I think it's more that he needs to change how he thinks about Luigi and how he because he's going in too hard, right? And Jar Raiden's experience, he's seen it before. He knows how people want to cheese him, so he has anti-cheese strats. So Mayhem just has to like stick to the basics and keep the Jar Raiden at the end of his back airs and not let him just take all this space and punish all these drop techs. He just needs to just play good, play solid, stay focused, not get too flustered by the fact that you're trying too hard to make something happen, like up airing there, and Jar Raiden saw it a mile away and got a shield grab for it.
Trying to go for the up tilt. I think up tilt is also a very good tool here versus Luigi, but you gotta throw it out when you expect the Luigi to come in, and not when when the Luigi's standing there in shield in the corner. Luigi will not move out of shield towards you, like if you don't throw out a move, because the only thing that scares him is the grab here, right? And that doesn't scare him too much. So why would you throw out a move preemptively versus Luigi shielding there? It's like just not enough focus on Mayhem. I think he knows that, he knows what he's got to do, but he just, can't compose himself right here. So it looks like Jar Raiden looks like our top 8 player here at this point in time.
Yeah, it would need a major shift in like just the way everything is trending in the set for Jar Raiden not to get his spot in top 8 here, but Mayhem is a very experienced player, maybe has it in him to find a different gear, different approach to this matchup, but so far it's not going good for him, and it's just seems like he's trying to force it too much, and Jar Raiden keeps finding like easy shield grabs and easy interruptions to the stuff Mayhem is doing.
It's a thing, right? He throws. Ooh, nice back air here.
Yeah.
Ooh, now we got the commentary tropes.
Bingo.
Yeah, the bingo.
Definitely someone's got bingo now.
Definitely, yeah. The thing is, I feel like Jar Raiden just wave dashing across the stage, throwing out an F tilt or some sort of tilt, mostly F tilts and up tilts.
Yeah.
Definitely catches Mayhem off guard, because Mayhem just doesn't expect him to be there as quickly. It seems like he cannot cope or cannot compute the quickness that this Luigi has while moving around it, throwing out just the right hitboxes.
That's right. And it feels like that. Like, it feels like Jar Raiden is just throwing stuff out, and if it doesn't hit, then whatever. And if it hits, he gets a bunch of damage.
Yo, Mayhem. Oh my god, Jar Raiden just on time. Oh my god. Dude, the smashy eyes were so clutch. Both of them.
Yeah, but whenever Mayhem throws out a move and it doesn't hit, it feels like he's dead. True. So it just seems like every decision Mayhem makes is so much more consequential than Jar Raiden's general selection of moves and options.
Very true. Yeah, that's it. I think. Good DI.
Last chance here.
Okay, yeah, gets him off stage, and now can edge guard him?
No, again, trying to do too much there.
Oh, but that's gonna be alright. Last stock. Mayhem still got a shot. It's
hope for Finland here, but it can't be just going in recklessly. It has to be smart. Has to be cognizant of DI down, crush cancel, all this stuff that can turn any kind of offense into Jarriden's offense, and that's gonna be it. Karate
And,
chop his way into top 8 here, and Finland is out in ninth. Good
yeah.
stuff to Mayhem, good run, but it ends here, my friend. Jarriden has stamped his ticket to top 8.
Definitely, dude. And he like, except for Leffen, he played except for the Leffen set. Even there, he was looking competitive at times, but he played so amazing, so solid against Mayhem. It looked like Mayhem had not a chance at all. And Mayhem, the player that he beat Charlon, Raoul, and Yappy in a row in
Yep.
Game 5 situations, and then Joe Ryden all of a sudden shows up and just slaps him, chops him, dude. Amazing.
Say.
Anyway, we got our top 8 now, and the top 8 is starting in exactly an hour, right? So we are
1
right on
hour.
time. So the sets in winners are going to be Leffen versus Pipsqueak. So the Sweden off, so to speak. Both the best Swedes at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. I think Pipsqueak should be the top Swedish player other than Leffen. Then we got Kinzo versus Frenzy, Falco Ditto for the ages. These guys have been going at it so many times this year already, and last year
Yep.
in the COVID times. Then in losers, we got Jariden, who we just saw demolish Mayhem, is up against Timmy, a much more methodical player than Mayhem is. Maybe Timmy can solve the puzzle, but other than that, we got this Luigi in top 8, dude, and we don't know what to do about it here. And then the last set in top 8 is going to be Mackenzie versus Mid, so Marth versus Fox. Very interesting character combination here. Leffen is, I guess, a little bit biased towards Marth being better than Fox here, but Mint definitely capable of taking it. So all these matchups except Leffen Pipsqueak, which I think is going to go to Leffen, are pretty much up for grabs. Nobody here has like no chance of winning against the other. So it's going to be a very interesting top 8, and it starts in exactly 1 hour. So you guys stay tuned.
Definitely. You'll be joined by Unhaven and the man, the legend, the voice
Le
of
Brun.
France, Faustin. Mr. Faustin.
Ah, mon Dieu, it's going to be Foster.
Oh, Sacre Bleu. It's going to be
Sacre bleu.
a hell of a show. So please do tune in for top 8 here at Valhalla. And